what this person was talking about, and that's why I had to push back a little bit. And again, I'm not going to speak negatively about anybody, very smart individual. They were basically just saying that you can essentially eat whatever you want if you figure out your resting metabolic rate or your basal metabolic rate. And then you look at your protein first. I talked about that on last podcast. That was episode 2232 last week. If you want to check out how to figure out your protein and then balance your body in terms of blood sugar and et cetera that way as well. But really, they were saying all you want to do is look at your protein requirement for the day, essentially take your body weight, multiply it by 1 in terms of pounds. That's how much your protein you're going to eat per day. And then you can eat whatever you want. You're going to keep your fat low, eat whatever you want in terms of your carbohydrates, only up until the point where you maintain your body weight. It's not the worst way to look at it. It's not, but this person was all saying that means you could eat ice cream, you could have dessert, you could eat, your favorite candy. That's literally what they were saying. And because they're able to maintain their weight and be in great shape, they speak as an authority because they're letting their results show through. Now, I totally get that. I totally understand, and I don't want to speak negatively. However, I can assure you that eating processed food, that eating all sorts of food dyes, and not really caring whether you're getting your micronutrients or not does not matter in the short term. I get that, but it certainly matters in the long term. So this individual, if they continue on this path, although they may look like they're in shape from the exterior, their interior is going to be one moving towards far more inflammation. Right? There's no doubt about that. They do not care how they meet their protein requirements. They do not care how they meet their overall macros. So there's essentially a diet called if it fits your macros, right? So you could eat you can eat a candy bar if it fits your macros, right? Because you're just looking at your overall carbs, your fat, and your protein for the day. And believe it or not, doing that, you can lose weight. Again, not the healthiest way. There's lots of different ways to lose weight and get in shape. That is not necessarily the healthiest. And that's because your body is building up an inflammation. That inflammation is implicated in 90% of all disease. Now, again, it has a root cause. In this particular case, it's a poor diet. Some other cases, it might be gut dysfunction, although eating that much candy can certainly lead to gut dysfunction. Eating whatever you want in terms of processed flours and processed baked goods and ice cream and all that is going to be higher in inflammatory omega-6s, right? So if you have a higher inflammatory omega-6s, well, the ratio is going to be skewed in terms of omega-3s, which leads to higher likelihood of all-cause mortality. So a greater likelihood of your cardiovascular disease, right? Because you can be lean and still have cardiovascular disease. You can be lean and still have high blood pressure. You can be lean. It's not often, right? Not as often, but you can have blood sugar dysregularity, and certainly cancer is one of those as well. So when I see people, saying, look at me, look at my results, you should do this too. It's so much easier than you think. And then people can go and follow it because they want those same results. I totally understand it. Again, I get it. The problem is you are literally going to be rusting and wearing out from the inside out. And that's not what I want for you.